Hey everyone, this is James Welcome, and this is the Welcome Legacy Podcast, episode 13. I trained in the storm, discipline on the road. After about 150 hours of training, my trainer told me that I didn't need to complete the full 200 to get in my own semi truck. I drove through sleet, I drove through rain, I drove through snow. The majority of my training. It didn't get easy. I got real conditions. And that's when I realized something. Pressure prepares you faster. Quote of the day: when you train in a storm, sunshine feels light. See, I trained in real conditions. Driving in bad weather builds confidence. When you're driving out there in the snow and this is your first time, you be way more alert. You pay more attention to everything that you do while you're out there on that road. You could be going 5 miles an hour and get on a little bit of ice, tap the brake. When you fully loaded, the trailer pushed the whole truck forward. Don't happen to me a couple times. It was rough. I remember one night I was in Minnesota, and I had to deliver to a Walmart distribution center, and it was a late night delivery. And I was hauling cold storage, so had a refrigerator truck. I had a load full of cheese, and I messed around and missed the turn. So when I missed the turn, I had to turn around, and it was nighttime, snow everywhere. And I thought I could just been in this little parking lot. It was another like little dock that I could have just turned around and pull in this end and exit out the other side. So I was fully loaded. It was 44,000 pounds. I pulled in there and was turning around. It was a big pile of snow over there by the dumpster, probably about as high as the truck. And I was doing like 2-3 miles an hour, just sliding through there because it was kind of bumpy. But I seen like part of the parking lot where they cleared it out. But this spot they didn't. And I hit the brakes, truck just started slid all the way into the damn snow. I thought I messed the truck up, but I was going real slow, so I was able to back it out and get on out of there. But when you're handling a lot of pressure, being out there on the road, driving in them conditions, as I said before, you become way more aware of your surrounding, and you be way more alert with your hands behind on that steering wheel. You don't be hard to brake. You take your time, because one wrong mistake can cost you your life, and if you got somebody in the truck with you, it costs them their life too. Those trucks are very dangerous, and you got to be focused, sober-minded. I was never under the influence of anything when I was in that truck. I was sober. Um, but handling pressure builds calm, because the more pressure you have, and then when your climate conditions get better, then you already done been through the storm. So you're like, yeah, I got this. Now I can go ahead and run it. Storm sharpen awareness. Like I said before, you be way more alert. You on that wheel, got your seatbelt on, you paying attention to this, you paying attention to the bumps in the road, you paying attention to bolts in the road, nails in the road. You're trying to see everything because you don't really want to run over nothing that could cost you your life or uh somebody's life driving past you or anything. So you become way more aware. My trainer saw composure. He seen how calm I was and I wasn't panicking driving up through those mountains with the sleet, the snow all on the window, the dang on the salt from a lot of those from when they put the salt on the road at nighttime when you're driving, it gets on the window, and when a truck drive by, a car drive by, it got a glare on the window. It kind of like turn your whole window white, and you can't even see nothing out the window. So it be kind of rough. The Welcome Legacy podcast is not just a podcast; it's a movement. I wrote my book, Boy to Man, a Warhol Story, to tell the truth about my upbringing in Ocklawaha, Florida. We call it the Warhol, the streets, the environment, and the mindset that led me to prison. Selling drugs was normal. Getting high was normal. That path was designed to send me exactly where it sent me, and that was prison. But prison wasn't the end of my story. Through faith, fatherhood, and a decision to break cycles, everything changed. That's why I created the Welcome Family Wealth Adventures to teach my kids and your kids about money, ownership, investing, and building a legacy early, from survival to legacy. If you believe in transformation and building something for your next generation, the links are in the description. All right. Hard seasons accelerate growth. The storm didn't slow me down, it built me. Doing my training and all that sleet and snow, traveling through the mountains, it was a task, man. 12% grades, scary, man. Especially driving at night and snow and that sleet. Driving through West Virginia through the wintertime, scary, man. But I did it. I set my mind to it, stayed focused, got it in. All right, let's talk about a little bit more about discipline behind the scenes. Meal prep instead of truck stop jump. Okay, a lot of us don't think about how much it costs to feed yourself breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A lot of these truck drivers come out of training and they don't have no concept of, okay, I need to grab certain things so I can save money while I'm out here on this road. So what I did was I bought me a little $8 eye when I got in my truck by myself. I bought almond butter. I had some fish, chicken tenders, um, bananas, fruit cups, and almonds for a snack. And the majority of the time I was out, I cooked everything. I had me some little rice cups, vegetable cups. I cooked everything out there. Everything. Only time I didn't cook is when, like, say, like I wanted something else that I didn't have, or I was really, really tired. But other than that, I kept me some turkey burgers in the little refrigerator, about a pack of them. I'll get me a pack of tilapia. Kept me some noodles in there. Almond butter. 'Cause it's hard out there to watch your weight, man, especially when you sitting there driving 10 hours days every day. You gain more weight than you could imagine just sitting there driving and eating. A lot of them don't even get out the truck to walk, don't do no push-ups, don't do nothing, just sit there, drive and eat. I sat there driving, face start blowing up, belly start blowing up. You be like, "Damn." But I would get up early in the morning, knock out my push-ups, do about 50 to 100 push-ups. I had brought a mat out there. Um, Also, I had my pots and pans and water. That actually saved me a lot of money. Um, Through training, I couldn't haul as much food because I was in a truck with somebody else and it was limited space. But when I got in my own truck, I had little one eye. I bought out of Walmart. It was like $8, $9. I had bought me some pots, knives, plastic silverware, had my bowls, dish detergent. Um, I was prepared. My daily routine, I'll get up in the morning early. I'll always wake up a little bit earlier than the time I had to get up before my 10 hours was up. I get up, stretch, knock out my push-ups, sit-ups. I had my dumbbells in there, and I had my resistant band. Um, I do my sets in the morning, then do my pre-trip, get on the road. At the end of every shift, no matter where I would stop at, I would set I would set it on my watch time because me and my wife was kind of like competing about who could walk the most in a day. So I would do I would do 3 to 4 miles at the end of every shift. If I stopped at a pilot or something, I would walk around the parking lot. Loves, I did the same thing. Rest areas, I would walk around I walk around all the trucks. I'll do laps and laps and laps and laps until I hit 3 to 4 miles. I didn't let the road make me lazy. I used the road to sharpen me. I did because I was sitting out there in silence. I didn't have all the fuss. Like being at home, got a wife and kids, um, get kind of noisy in the house. You gotta try to go find a quiet space. But sitting out there in that silence, riding down that road, just looking, my mind was calm. So I can hear the voices from within to help me eliminate a lot of bad habits and a lot of bad thoughts that I had. As in going backwards in the street. I know I was trying to better my life for my family. So it really played a big contributing factor being out there on that open road, just getting the miles in. You can be in transition without becoming unhealthy. As I said, when I got in that truck by myself, wasn't no more buying no fast food. I wasn't really a heavy fast food person. I might eat a burger every now and again. But other than that, I really like eating home cooked foods. I'd rather make me some rice, make me some chicken or a burger. I was heavy on eating them turkey burgers. When I felt kind of special, got a big about 3,000 miles or so, I'll buy me a steak, cook it up with a little rice and some vegetables. Um, I really stayed on my routine. And also, I had a rider policy. So with a rider policy, I got to take my 12-year-old on the road with me. He was 12 then. He about to be 17 now. Um, the rider policy age was, I think it was 10 then. I think it was 10. And I took him on the road with me. He already know the things that I was doing, as in walking, because before that, he'll wake up early in the morning with me to do my exercise, and I walk about 5, 6 miles a day. And by the time I be coming back by the house, he'll be running outside to come out there and go do the exercise with me. He seen the grind. He seen that I was changing, that I was restructuring myself, that I was building from the bottom again, but I was on a better path. I had a stronger mind. I had a clearer vision. I was more focused and determined to better my family situation. The conversations we had in the truck, we talked about everything, listening to music. Early mornings, he'll be up with me doing our pre-trip. We'll go to the gas stations, and I told him it's like a NASCAR pit stop, and he'll grab one fuel pump. I'll get the other, and we try to fill up together. But it was a lot of long rides. I was doing about 600 miles a day, especially for them long trips. When they gave me 1,000-miler, the majority of that will be done that first day, especially if I got a full clock. I'm doing 600 plus. Short runs, 300 mile, I get that same day. I wasn't even playing. I was just showing consistency, not hype. And I loved having him out there with me. He loved being out there with me too. It was like bonding. He first time got to see snow. I wasn't just hauling freight. I was hauling example, because I was showing them that anything is possible that you set your mind to, and we can make it happen. Exposure builds mindset. Exposure builds mindset. When you're so used to doing a certain thing in your life, you get stuck in your ways. Literally, you get stuck in your ways. I was talking to a guy today, a little older than me, but grew up in the same environment, same place. Growing up, wasn't exposed to much, because we was talking about, he was telling me how proud he is of me, of the things that I've been doing. And he was like, knowing where we come from, ain't nobody teaching that. And I said, yeah, I really appreciate that, bro. Somebody got to do it. Growing up, we wasn't taught much at all. A lot of things you had to learn on your own. All through my schooling, I basically had to teach myself that, other than what my teacher taught me and showed me. So I had to put in the work to learn it. My mom wasn't really there to help me with my homework, and majority of the stuff that I did, she didn't even know how to do it. So I basically had to teach myself how to do my math and my language and everything else. So growing up, we wasn't taught financial literacy. We wasn't taught about taking chances on certain things and betting on ourselves, learning financial literacy, learning about stocks, learning about buying real estate, learning about just starting your own business. We wasn't taught none of that, man. We was taught, hey, you either go to school, learn how to be a football player, basketball player, baseball player, or you come on to this block and sell these stones. and go ahead and make you some money, man. You might go to jail, but you can come back home and you can start it right back up and get you some money. So that's what we was taught. So I just wanted to show my kids that your dad better than this. I'm finna break this cycle. And I'm gonna start with me, and y'all, I'm gonna pass this down to y'all. All right. So in a semi truck, I was in there studying the whole time, learning a bunch of different stuff. But I always wanted to get my real estate license because I did a couple wholesale deals and really wanted to get it. So I paid for the course, and me and my son was in there. So we was learning flashcards together, doing audio books together. I had did a lot of flashcards. So with the flashcards, he would hold them up and he'd tell me what the word is, and then I'll give him the definition, and then we'll pass it on. And we kept doing that. And I would be riding the long rides, and I'll put like an hour long on vocabulary, learning real estate vocabulary. So learning the real estate vocabulary kind of made the real estate wording make more sense, because the guy that I was listening to told me it was like learning a new language. So to learn a new language, you got to learn the vocabulary first. You got to learn the main words. So if you go to a different country and they're speaking Spanish, the first things you need to learn is food, water. You know what I mean? So when you ask somebody, because you're going to need that. So that's what you need to learn. And that's was the concept I had. So I started learning the basic words. So when I start reading the content, I'm like, dang, now this make more sense to me. But being in that truck paid our bills, got us out of debt. Our cars was already paid off in cash. So we didn't have no car payments. It helped me work on more of my books. The truck paid the bills, but these books building the future. See, the structure saved me. My old life I was living, I was on a crash course. Money was good. I was enjoying it. We was going to Disneyland, Busch Gardens, Wet and Wild, just having fun. But with the addiction being high, drinking every day, I think the drugs and alcohol and the money kind of drowned out the pain and the hurt that I was feeling from poisoning my community. Because when you're under the influence, you don't think about the things that you're doing, even if it makes you feel bad to sell somebody this, they're paying for it. So it's their choice. So you really don't think about that when you're under the influence. So I was high, I was drunk for years, wasn't thinking about none of that. But once I started to sober up, I realized I wasn't doing nothing but tearing people down. I was poisoning my community, and I was drowning out my hurt and my pain with the alcohol and drugs, the same things that I was giving out to other people. But being on the road, doing them loads, doing the logs, writing everything down, meeting deadlines, doing my push-ups, structure, built discipline, studying during the day, at nighttime, getting up, walking when I was done for the day. That structure saved my life. That structure helped me to become a better version of myself. That structure helped me to become a better leader for my family. This is a message to men and women. Your kids are watching you. They're watching everything you do. Everything you do. So if you're out doing wrong, they're going to do wrong. If you're doing right, they're going to do right. And I'm real big on, if you teach them, give them the information they need, it's up to them to follow that. Because a lot of times, some of these kids want to learn on their own, and you can't force them. You can't force them to do the right thing. As they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You can show them that this life will tear you down. This life will build you up. And it's up to them to make the best choice for their life. They don't need perfection. You don't need perfection, because ain't nobody gonna never be perfect. But consistency always win. Like they say, the turtle always win the race. The turtle never gave up. He just kept going. And it's all about showing up. If you show up, it's gonna eventually show up for you. Like I say, consistency is the key. Keep going, don't give up. It's things out there that everyone has dreams and goals. No matter what state of life you in or what type of person you are, everyone has a type of goal. They have some things that they really want to achieve. But if you start it and you never finish it, you will never achieve it. You will never achieve it if you never finish. Consistency is the key. Health matters, because you only got one vehicle to drive in life. You only got one. So regular maintenance is due, just like you maintenance your car, because this is the vehicle you got to drive through life. A little bit of exercise, right? A little bit of exercise. A little bit of changing the oil there now and again. Putting a little WD-40 on them axles and the old knees and elbows. Drinking plenty of water. Drinking electrolytes. Take care of your body, man. Your body will take care of you. Skill matters. Discipline matters. These days in life, you gotta have a skill. You gotta have a skill. Gotta have a trade. Trades always win. A CDL is a trade. Getting your real estate license is a trade. Getting a plumber's license is a trade. Electrician, a trade. Septic contractor, trade. Recession proof. Don't nobody want to work at a restaurant for the rest of their life. And there's nothing wrong with working at a restaurant. If that's your choice, do it. Do it to the fullest. Try to become a restaurant owner. If your kids see you disciplined, they grow up expecting discipline. If your kids see you disciplined, they grow up expecting discipline. Listen, I trained in the storm. I walked when I was tired. I studied when I could have slept. I meal prep when it was easier not to. Discipline is what carried me from chaos to ownership. Comment storm if you're training in tough conditions right now. This is James. Welcome. Welcome Legacy Podcast, episode 13. I trained in the storm. Tune in every Wednesday at 7:30 for another show. Thank y'all for watching, and y'all have a blessed day.